Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Ghost and today we are doing a ship review of the Tier 7, or sorry, the Tier 8 Premium Greek Destroyer, the Velos. Now I'm sure I'm getting my pronunciation wrong, I'm just a naive American. I'm not exactly, going to college, trying to learn everything in the world and whatnot, okay? So I'm gonna get some pronunciations wrong. Bear with me. I'm just a simple dude with a simple mind, I guess. But, no, seriously. Yeah. Haven't done a ship review in a while, but we got a new campaign ship, and we're going to take a look at her right now. So, upgrades and loadout. We've got aiming systems mod, we've got propulsion mod, we've got concealment mod, and we have main battery mod 3. You could run gunfire, but I'd like to have that extra second off of the reload. So we're going to keep this one on and whatnot. Obviously, who wouldn't run concealment mod? Okay. Propulsion. I think propulsion's better just because I like to quickly get out of my smoke screens and dodge torpedoes and shit. I can't count how many times propulsion mod has saved my ass, okay? And, well, aiming system seems to be a no-brainer. Like, unless you're getting into a carrier game and you know that. But even then, I still wouldn't do it. I think aiming systems, you just need that, baby. You need that. Alright. Anyway, for the upgrades in loadout, loadout anyway, we have high explosive, we have armor piercing, we've got some torpedoes, standard damage cons, nothing special here. Smoke generators, they're basically American smokes, so there you go. Engine boosts, and defensive AAs as well. Now, I did say basically American smokes. This is because the Velos is a Fletcher-class destroyer. We'll talk about that more in the overview section of the video for this ship. We're running all the battle boosters because I like to get some more money. I like to get some more epic credits and, our epic global XP and commander and all that stuff. So I'm running everything on, okay? We're running the Velos flag because, well, it's the Velos. And I'm running the Type 9 camouflage that the ship comes with, but I am going to put on this one. In the video, you guys are just going to see the standard old Type 9 camo, but I didn't realize I had this camouflage. I probably should have put that on before I recorded it. I should warn you, too, the gameplay that you guys are going to see, it's not exactly the best game in the world, but I think it's a good game just to show off what this ship is all about, and that is the guns. It's a pretty fun little gunboat. But is it better than a Fletcher? I don't know. I don't think so. But we'll talk about that more throughout the video and what I think about this ship and if it's, something to break your wallet out for and, I guess whale it, right? I mean, we're already 4 weeks into the update pretty much, so most of you guys have probably already gotten close to getting it if you guys have been doing the campaign. For $10, I think it's worth it, but for, like, spending, I don't know, $100, fuck no. Absolutely not. If you have Fletcher, if you have Kid, you're better off, okay? This is one of those campaign ships that you're probably going to play once every so often and never play again, okay? I'm just being honest. That's how I see it, okay? Anyway, for the specs, we've got 20,300 hit points. For the artillery, we have 4 127mm guns. They're single-mounted 127, so they're 5-inch guns. 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Firing range on my build, 11.2 kilometers. Reload on my build, 2.1 seconds, which is very good. But you only have 4 guns. You have 1 less than the Fletcher. So, and to keep it, just to put it in perspective, the Fletcher is tier 7. It's a tier lower. And you have roughly the same reload. 0.5 more, 0.5 off the reload. So you have a barely noticeable reload change there. Basically the same reload, more guns, okay? I prefer playing Fletcher. I don't know why anybody would want to play the Velos over the Fletcher, okay? So, I gotta go back over to the Velos. There we go. But, yeah, the guns, though, they are really fast reloading, so you can put out a lot of damage and whatnot if you can manage to get yourself into a good spot and just beam down on people. The 180-degree turn time for the turrets is 6.2 seconds, which is very good. I mean, obviously, it's an American destroyer. Most American destroyers past tier 6 have very good turret traverse times on their guns, okay? The HE shell maximum damage is 1,800, which I think is 100 less than the regular American counterpart, the Fletcher. I'm just going to go over there and see real quick. Let's see. Is it less, or does the Fletcher also have an 1800 maximum damage? No, it's got a 19. So yeah, 100. I mean, it's still only 100, but it's still 100. You know what I mean? Like, you have less damage on the guns. You have slightly better reload, but you only have like 4 guns instead of 5. And 1 gun does make a difference, okay, guys? So yeah, and the AP shell doesn't change to the same damage. So 2100 there. Now for the torpedoes, you get 1 less rack. You get 5 torpedoes. The Fletcher gets 10 torpedoes. The Fletcher has a lot less damage on the torpedoes. Actually, I say a lot. Maybe it's like 16,000, isn't it, if I remember correctly on the Fletcher? The Fletcher torpedoes... I'm just going to put up DDs because I'm tired of I have so many tier 7s now, I forget. I got to, like, actually go and do stuff with that. Yeah, 16,000 damage, slightly less range, slightly less torpedo speed. 11 knot less on the torpedo speed, okay? You get, like, a kilometer or 2 less on the torpedo range. Is it worth it? I don't know. Like, I prefer the Fletcher. You just have 10 of them, man. You have 10 of them. Like... you know, like, you just lose that ability to potentially dev strike things, like big battleships like Yamatos and Masashis and shit like that. So, but anyway, you have better reload too by about 20 seconds. Or no, actually about a minute. So yeah, you get these out quicker, so you get them out a lot faster in about a minute. They do a little bit more damage, a few thousand more damage, about 3,000 more damage. And you have slightly better speed and slightly better range. So I don't know. It's up to you guys to decide if it's worth losing a whole entire torpedo rack. To me personally, I just prefer my Fletcher. I don't see any point in playing the Velos. There's so many better tier 8s at, you know, tier 8 destroyers. Literally, there's so many better tier 8s and legendaries. Did I forget to mention you're going to be fighting legendary ships in the Velos? In tier 7, you're never going to have to... What else do I gotta say? Tier 7 is such a better tier. Like, why would you put yourself into a tier 8 where you're gonna potentially be fighting tier 10s and shit, or legendary tiers? It just doesn't make sense to me. AA defense, the AA is slightly better, mainly because you get that DFAA. Like, that's the big deal. So if you're in a carrier game, I guess you're better off in the Velos than you are in the Fletcher. So there's that. But now the maneuverability, the speed is a lot better. It's a few knots faster. So there's that. So you basically have better maneuverability. You have better concealment, so very slightly better concealment. You have better AA. The torpedoes, it's up for debate. Like, I don't think they're better. I think it's about the same. Like, I don't know. And that's about it. You have better torpedoes, slightly. We'll just give it the benefit of the doubt. You got slightly better torpedoes, okay? Not like that matters. It's a gunboat. Gunboats, baby. Fuck torpedoes. Torpedoes are just a bonus. Your guns are your main priority when you're a gunboat, okay? So, I don't know. It's a gimmicky destroyer. It's a very well-balanced destroyer. Is it going to be going around doing crazy things, carrying every game you play? Absolutely not. But you can still have decent fun with it. It's still a decent ship. But is it worth, you know, going out and whaling for and shit? Nah. Like, don't stress it if you miss out on this campaign is what I'm saying, okay? Anyway, the armor, well, it's a destroyer, so, you know, it's a destroyer. Nothing else to say. Now for the overview. A reloader. Yeah, it does have good reload. Like, it's a Fletcher. It's got around a 2-second reload, you know. It's fast. It is fast. And extended smoke. It has American smoke, of course, you know. Anyway, the Velos did actually exist. It was USS Charette, a Fletcher-class destroyer that was built in Boston. The ship fought in the Pacific, escorted aircraft carriers, conducted raid operations, and participated in the Battle of Leyte Gulf. In 1947, she was sent to the reserve for the subsequent mothballing, which is the mothball fleet. In case you guys don't know, it's like our reserve fleet we just keep there. It's basically a bunch of fucking ships we just let sit around in case we want to pull them back, you know, for use in a future war or something. Anyway, then in 1959, the U.S. handed the ship over to Greece, where she received the name Velos. In 1994, the destroyer was declared an anti-dictatorial. That's such a weird word, man. Holy fuck. Dictatorial. Oh, shit. Museum in recognition of the Navy's devotion to the Constitution and democracy. True. In case you guys don't know, Greece is one of the oldest nations on planet Earth. Greek history goes back thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Greece was actually, I believe, the founder of just democracy. They were the guys that basically came up with the idea of a voting system and senators and shit like that. The oldest remnants of a democracy, of a senate, of a people's government, quote-unquote people's government, goes back thousands of years to the ancient Greeks, which also became kind of a thing for the Romans. And other countries would adopt, you know, Greek sort of ways of governing, you know, throughout history of the world. America has a lot of, you know, similarities when it comes to their style of government. Okay. Anyway, this ship was, like I said earlier, it was a real thing. She entered service in 1943, and there was one of these. Actually, there was like a few hundred of them because America, but, you know, in Greek anyway, in Greece, there was one of these for the Greeks. So pretty cool, interesting, unique destroyer. Kinda, you know. Anyway, let's take a look at the commander, and then we will head on over to the gameplay. We are running. If I take this off, the guys, we're running Jersey Swirsky, so that's the commander, but we're running on the commander. We have Poseidon on, which is pretty cool. Looks pretty nice. I'm gonna play his voiceover real quick.
A favor is owed to you by the sea.
Okay, yeah, typical voiceover there. But yeah, we got base trait, hide and seek. Also, we got William Sims, Eric Bay as inspirations. I like to run William Sims because I get more HP per tier. So if you do 400 times 8, there you go. That's how much extra HP you get. And Eric Bay decreases your destroyer detectability, which is, again, pretty beneficial. We're running observant range, look at me now, perceptive, smoke on the water, and unstoppable. He's a legendary 3. Rank 15 captain, and nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I will bring you all over to the gameplay portion of today's video in the Velos. I hope you all do enjoy it. Alrighty, so here we are in the game. We are on hotspot. It is a domination mode, and we are in the Velos, of course. We have some tier 8s in here, and a couple tier 7 Plymouths, and a Wichita, so let's see what we can go ahead and do. So the Velos, I'll talk about more of this and what I think about it overall in just like a simple way, okay? So, do I think it's better than a Fletcher? Not really. It depends on the situation, but my Fletcher has slightly more HP, and it's at tier 7, a tier lower, okay? It's got one more gun, which I think makes a difference. Yes, the Velos has like a slightly better reload by about half a second, but is that really noticeable in the heat of battle? Not really. Okay. The Fletcher also has access to more torpedoes. I can put 10 torpedoes out there. Now, there is, of course, a debate about the Velos with its one rack of torps, and they do more damage, and they have slightly better speed, and they reload quicker. Yeah, I get it. But basically, from what I can tell, the Velos is a gimmicky destroyer. It's a different alternative. Is it better than a Sumner? Absolutely not. Is it better than a Smoland? Absolutely not. I think this is one of the more worse gunboats at tier 8. There's just so many better options out there. Do I think you can still have good games in this ship, though? Yes, I think you can. So, but other than that, I think this one is just an overall interesting ship to have. It's a cool collector because it's the first Greek ship. But is it something that I think is going to go crazy in games and whatnot? Nah. But it's cool. It's something different, and I don't know. I don't mind it. But anyways, we're heading over to Charlie, and we're spotting some ships out here. We're sending some of these, torpedoes out. And by the way, spoiler, we're not going to hit any of them. We just basically send them out there for the shits and giggles and hope for the best. I mean, that's basically what these torpedoes are. You just send them into gaps and shit and whatnot and just hope for the best. Now, we are located. We also have the enemy destroyer located, so there's something in Charlie right in front of us. And any second now, we're going to get into a little bit of a gunfight with this guy. And here he is. It is the Z44, and we're going to begin to cycle these 127mm guns and just put a bunch of shells downrange and absolutely just fuck them up. I mean, that's what we do in gunboats, right? So anyway, we're still just rolling them out there, We're sending some torpedoes out there as well. And as you guys can see, he's already lost about half, 3/4 of his health. He is not long for this world, and he's getting shot by my team as well. He has no support, and down he goes. That is the Z-44 down. 1 out of the 2 destroyers down. We also, though, did lose one of our destroyers as well, so that's something to just, you know, I guess keep in mind, I guess. But now we got a Minnesota out here. We're going to continue to just farm this Minnesota for as much as we can, while, of course, not getting out of our smoke screen and getting, you know, spotted and potentially getting smacked for 3 to 5, maybe 10,000 damage. So, you know, just trying to be careful here and whatnot. Now, I think that the Velos should have got some heals. Like, they should have gave the Velos the kid treatment and gave it heals. If you guys don't know what the kid is, it is a tier 6 American destroyer, and it is a Fletcher, and it has heals. It's got a 3-second reload. It's basically, yeah, it's just a, I don't know. Anyway, so we're dishing some more torpedoes out, and we're just kind of just feeling the waters here, waiting to see if we can't get any shots off on people, you know, some sneaky shots and whatnot. And unfortunately, it's just really not going to happen because we're the only ones spotting. So we got to go out here and do some spotting on our own. Now, what I'm thinking is I'm just going to get behind this island off to my right side up here, and I'm going to start gunning this Minnesota down a little bit. And we're going to use this island off to our starboard bow for some cover. Now, I'm keeping an eye out for people potentially behind me pushing into Charlie, but it seems like they're not really caring too much about that. So we're just going to continuously farm this this Minnesota and get into cover. Now, he did take some shots at us. We're going to turn a little bit there, hopefully dodge most of those like we just did there. And we're just going to continuously cycle these guns over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's basically what the Velos does best. It's just, it cycles guns all day, every day, 6 ways from Sunday. It's a gunboat, right? So, there you go. Now, looks like our team so far has done pretty good. They've taken out, well, I've taken out 1 destroyer. I didn't actually get credited with the kill, but I basically took out 1 destroyer. The team has taken out another one. We still have a DD, me, and we still have a ship lead. And we're about to get our 3rd cap. The enemy not doing too good right now. They're pushed into a corner. Our people from Bravo are going to come over after they get that cap, and they're going to help us push the rest of these Reds down the toilet and secure this game here. So basically, it seems like to me the Velos, it's just going to be like a long-range smoke-up gunfighter. It can also get into caps, but it's one of those destroyers you're going to have to be careful about because, well, there's a lot of nasty things at Tier 8 and Legendary. There's a lot of radar DDs. There's a lot of sonar DDs, like Germans and Smalllands, and, you know, there's a lot to worry about. Lots of radars from cruisers and shit. So you really just got to be on your toes in the Velos. It's going to be one of those ships that's going to be best suited in the hands of a good player who knows what they're doing, who can get around the map and pay attention to things and whatnot. I wish that the Velos had a bit more utility. I wish it had a radar. You can obviously see the giant fucking radar on the masts there, but it has no radar. Like, this ship should have got a radar. It should have got a radar, or it should have got some heals, or both. I mean, that would have made this thing a powerhouse, a potential very strong Tier 8 contender, but no. It just only has guns and somewhat decent torpedoes, and that's about it. So, overall, pretty mediocre DD. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this one. I think it's alright. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's good either. I think it's just okay. It's a nice little destroyer, but that's about it. As you guys can see, we're just continuously shooting these guns off. Again, Fletcher can do this, but better. Just saying. Just saying. Because it has 1 extra gun. So, you know, 5 guns. But anyway. Yep, we're just continuously shooting our guns. And it looks like this Musashi is about to meet his maker here very shortly. And the Carnot actually takes a shot at us. Carnot, you don't see many of those. Or, as some of you might call it, the Carnot. Or whatever. Again, pronunciations, not my fucking strong suit. I didn't go to school and get an English degree or anything, okay? Chill the fuck out. English is a hard language. Jesus. It's very confusing as well. But I feel bad for anybody who has to actually learn English. Like, actually, you know, come to an English country, you know, and actually learn it if they came from another country. That must suck. because it's a super fucking whack language, okay? I mean, just look up some words. There's some weird words out there. Anyways. Yeah, it looks like the enemy team, though, has basically capitulated. Pretty one-sided, not gonna even lie. I mean, these guys, it's basically GG for them. We're just continuously cycling these guns. We're just farming this Carnot here, or Carno, or whatever. And we're gonna just, yeah, basically secure this game here. Now, to end off the video, I want to thank you all, by the way, for 5,000 subscribers. We just hit 5K subs. I know, crazy. We've been doing YouTube for about 2 years, and we've got 5K subs, so you guys are freaking awesome with the support. I can't thank you guys enough lately on the channel and over the past 2 years. A lot of you guys have still stuck in, and a lot of you guys continue to just watch everything that I post and just show unbelievable and just undying amounts of love and support. So I can't thank you guys enough for that. And yeah, man. Anyways, there we go. That's the end of the game. And ultimately the end of the video, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all did enjoy it. Not a bad little game. 70k, I mean, you know, not much damage there. But we still managed to play second. 2100 base XP, almost 2200 base XP. So not a bad game. Team did good. Everything was pretty nice. And yeah, man, not too bad at all. So let me know what you guys think of the Velos and whatnot. And, you know, yeah, interesting. Interesting destroyer, I guess, but, you know, is it great? Nah, it's just all right. It's all right. So, yeah. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for 5K subs. And I will catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.